lost weight. Everybody says that. There's something about television that makes you look bigger than life, and you're really not. Just the same as everybody else. People that you talk to, people that you've come to know over the years, and it makes you all so special. Nancy Davis, where's Nancy? Nancy said, "Wow, Harold, if I'd have known you were a Republican, I'd have watched you more." I wasn't trying to trick you, Nancy. I've always been a Republican. I go back to the Nixon days. I remember Eisenhower. And I remember a little bit, a few other things too, but we won't go there. Folks, it's an honor to be back today. We were here Friday and had one of the most wonderful times of the campaign. We were shown such great support. Donna gave us the grand tour. Gay and her husband Richard were just absolutely fantastic. And we toured Anson. We went here and there and stopped in every little shop, and it was just exhilarating to meet so many wonderful people. And of course, I'm not really a total stranger. You know, sure. Just putting money in his pocket. Yeah. Oh, here, let me give you some money. No, not your pocket. No. We'll wait till after the election. But certainly, I don't feel like I'm a stranger to Anson because we covered the Anson Bearcats so many times, and we were down in a helicopter. We came around many times to give out various awards and that. I know the great rivalry with Richmond Senior, and I know how hard it was to compete against a great program and a great team that Richmond was. And people sometimes look at Independence High in Charlotte but don't remember how Richmond Senior dominated this area of football and how great they were and the championships they won. But the rivalry with Anson was always a great one, and Anson always held their own. They came up with the short end many times, but you know what? They walked off the field. We were very proud. And that says a lot about you folks from Anson County. And I know right now you're struggling with unemployment at 15%, and you're thinking and looking and wondering what's going to happen. We looked at Washington, and what do we see? We see a health care bill that over 60% of the American people said we don't want, we don't need. But Nancy Pelosi's out there hammering it with that hand out like that. We'll go under the fence, we'll go over the fence, they'll go over the fence. And a lot of Republicans will say, Nancy, we're going to put you in the fence. And I promised this, I made this pledge early on when I made my first campaign speech. I'm going to be a true Southern gentleman when I go to Washington, and I'm going to hold the door open for her and say, Nancy, allow me this way out. Thank you. The sheer arrogance of what we see in Washington, it just is mind-boggling, really, when you think about it. Because any politician, anybody knows, if you're in a situation where you're looking at a number over 50%, you back away from it. You just say, we need to fight another day. When you have over 60% of the American people saying, we don't like this health care bill, we don't like where we're going with this, we just don't like it. And it's totally ignored by sheer arrogance in Washington, isn't it? That's exactly what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. This president would have been very smart to start with his jobs bill first, don't you think? Thank you. Focus on what's important for America, not for your own self-gratification. And that'll be your party. Think about that. What's he getting out of this? The health care bill. To be able to say, you know what, every president that's tried this has failed. They can look upon me now. I delivered a health care bill for America that nobody wanted. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? If the bill does pass, and it looks like Nancy is still working it with a lot of stimulus, suddenly stimulus money that has not been spent is going to get spent. A lot of Democrats are going to be given special favors to get their vote for this health care bill. So don't be surprised when you see that. And when you look at Washington right now, and 86% of the American people in one poll said it's broken, 75% said they would not use the word honest to describe their elected official. Folks, this is America. Is this the way we feel about what's going on in Washington? Is this the best we can get out of Washington? No. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. I spent a lot of nights in a foxhole. I got the worst case of chiggers I've ever had in my life. I didn't know what it was, but I knew that I was swelled up all over, and I'm thinking I could barely see, and I'm thinking, what have I got? The foreman said, you got chiggers. I said, well, get the chiggers out of here. And I spent those nights defending this great country and ready to die, as any veteran would, because you loved your country. Truly, a lot of you know that. You remember the days when you were proud to say, this is America. I feel so good about my country and where we're going. And I think now, when I look and I see terrorists that seem to get more preferential treatment than our men and women in uniform, I think, what is that all about, Mr. President? Where are we going with this? You want to give them a trial, you want to do this, you want to do that. Put them in a military tribunal. That's where they should be tried. In a military tribunal. And he has been told time and time again, and listen, let me just say this. We respect the office of President of the United States. Yeah. We do that wholeheartedly, candidly as we possibly can. Make no mistake about it. The office of President of the United States, we respect it, we admire it, and we look at the man that's in it, and if he's making decisions that we just don't feel are right for our country and taking us down a path that's not right, we have every right as citizens of this great country to say we don't like that. We don't like that. I'm listening to my friend Darrell speak. I'm glad I have my degree in economics from Lenore Line University, because I'm going down the path with you there, Darrell. But let me just say this also. When we talk about our economy and where we need to go, think about this for just one moment. If we increase exports by 1%, if we increase exports by 1%, we create 250,000 jobs. Wow, sure, mind-boggling, isn't it? Yes, 250.